I think that one of the most special parts of the culture of ACG Tauranga is our sort of sense of family. It does give the secondary school students a natural opportunity to be leaders that they might not necessarily have under different circumstances. And I've seen my students go out to lunch and the little ones in Dave's class rush out and greet them, so they're just so pleased to see them. And the secondary school students don't realise what they're doing. They don't realise that that's an amazing thing for them to be able to do, but also for the little ones to have that relationship with them.
For the younger students, because the secondary teachers are very involved, then they actually have a relationship with the secondary teachers. So it's not common in a school like this. You'd have a secondary physics teacher who actually knows all of the Year 1 students by name. I think we also, along with that, we actually are very inclusive of the families. So particularly in the primary school, we have at the beginning and the end of the day a transition time. So the parents are actually encouraged to come into the classroom for the first 15 minutes and the end 15 minutes of the day. And that's a really great time for the parents to actually really feel like they're a part of their child's education.
And that's a funny thing, because that seems like a primary school thing, but actually because those parents come into the primary school to pick up their children or collect their children, they are familiar faces to us in the secondary school. So when we get them as secondary school pupils, we already know their parents. The culture of the school doesn't exist because of a group of adults with a name badge on saying, you know, hello, my name is Miss Wood. It actually comes from the individuals that we're teaching, and it comes from the way they interact with each other in the playground, and it comes from what they actually want to get out of being here. And they're not shy about telling us that, and that's good. That's what we want. We want them to say, you know, this is what I expect to have as my experience here, and this is what I'm prepared to give as well.
So the core values of the school are respect and courage and integrity and excellence. Those values aren't just words on the wall. It's very much a part of who we are as a staff, and it's also very much a part of what we teach and how we teach. We'd like to be a part of producing academic, intelligent, good people who are respectful and courageous and
show integrity.
Yeah. And do their best.
As a school, we are as unaccepting of bullying as any other school would be. Children are unpredictable. Some things you can't control, but what you can control is what is going to be our reaction as an organisation to anything that is not okay. And it's swift and it's absolute. And I think we probably need to come back to our core values of making sure the students are aware of their obligation to show respect to other students. And that's at the core of what we expect of them, and that they are growing as human beings to have that expectation of themselves. And the students are, on the whole, at the school very, very accepting of each other. And so the incidents that we might consider to be bullying are often pulled up by the other students as well as us. And I guess that's the thing that we would really, really like to maintain. Yeah. So the feedback I get from parents is illustrated in the fact that when we have an open day, so many of them want to come and to help us to grow our school. And for me, that's the way we can see that this is where their children want to be, and this is where they want their children to be. So every morning when I look out of the window of my office and I see the kids jumping off the school bus, and obviously our buses are quite small, some of them skip to class. And at the end of the day, the same idea, we have to say, it's time to go now, guys. You know, if their parents are picking them up, they're sometimes still playing here, and their parents have to get out of their car to come and get them. They're not rushing home. They actually genuinely want to be here. It's almost unnatural. It is incredibly rewarding. Yeah.
Oftentimes when parents send their child to a school, that they have two questions that they ask of the teacher. The first one is, do you know my child? And the second one is, do you care about my child? And I think at ACG Tauranga we answer those questions with a yes, we do.
So one of the reasons to send your child to ACG Tauranga would be that we genuinely care for them. We want them to reach the pinnacle of their achievement, and we want them to leave ACG Tauranga as somebody who can thrive in the big wide world out there, which sometimes is a pretty scary place nowadays, and we want them to feel prepared for that.